in studio with legendary singer-songstress Miss Evelyn Champagne King. First and foremost, let me thank you for coming down.
My pleasure. Thanks for saying my name so sweetly.
Oh, no. Believe me, you know, in doing my research, I saw an interview. I forget who. I think it was Video something. Video from like 89.
Video Soul?
Yes. And she says, "Oh, do you go by Evelyn King or Evelyn Champagne King?" She said, "Nope, the champagne remains."
Still there. Yes, it is.
So we again, we're blessed to have you in studio, and it's a rarity to have someone of your caliber in studio, because we really don't. I mean, just local friends and beat makers.
Oh, I'm just like you. Just
Yeah, no.
Just got a name established. That's really it. Name established. You got some music. We're all people. We bleed the same blood.
Well, this should definitely be fun.
Yes.
And we were looking forward to doing this. So I wanted to kind of start from the beginning, to kind of rewind the tape all the way to the start.
Okay.
What kind of was the musical upbringing of childhood, or what were some of your first musical memories?
Well, the first musical memories I had as a little girl, my parents had made us sing for friends, that would come across the street, neighbors, and we always sang. It was just a musical family. I had a little brother that played, my oldest brother that passed away in the 70s. He was a drummer. I have another drummer in the family, baby brother, and then a bass player, and then my brother played the trash can as his, congas.
Uh-huh.
And I sang, my sister danced and sang, and I danced and sang, and it was just doing what we love. We love music. But the music influence came from having parents my dad was, he used to sing with the harp tones, Orioles. These are before our time,
Mm-hmm.
Harp tones, Orioles. He even choreographed Buddy Holly. Uncle Avon Long, Bubbling Brown Sugar. I know you've heard of Bubbling Brown Sugar. That was my uncle. Sting, he was in the movie Sting. So it was always a musical background. My mom played keyboards a little bit, so we always wanted to make sure that it was like the Kings, it really should have been called Kings Go to Hollywood in their own right, back then. But they had a King Amateur Hour. So in our basement, we would always just entertain people. I know I was dancing in my little slip and singing, and my sister was doing the same. It's just that we remember all that. It was beautiful. It was beautiful being a child, and just doing something you love. And then when I got into my teens, I just wanted to keep it going. So.
Now, around what ages were the home showcases happening?
The home showcases, wow, I had to be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They just kept it going because they wanted to make sure that we, got into something that they knew that we loved. My mom and dad really was just there for us. They knew that we loved something so much. They just let us do it. I mean, it was the bottle caps. It was the trash can. It was the pots and the pans. And then when we got our equipment, it was like, we're going to be big.
Yeah.
It was the Kings. It was fantastic.
Well, and the name helps too, the Kings. I mean, that just sounds prominent.
Yeah.
What was on, I'm curious, what was on the radio at the time?
On the radio at the time was Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, Chaka Khan, wow.
Who's one
like
of your
the Ohio
favorites,
Players.
Right? Chaka is one of your
the
favorites.
Ohio
Right?
Yes, that's my idol. Chaka Khan is one of my idols, and I'm so glad to say that I've worked with her. So it makes me feel so proud to stand alongside of someone that you grew up listening to, and I even, sang her songs when I was in a local band. I ended up being in a local band at 14.
Oh, okay.
So once I got in that local band, it was over because I knew I was just going to keep going.
Now, at that point, was it, I'm going to make a profession out of this, or I'm just going to do it because I love it and it'll kind of...
I honestly thought I was going to still be in the band.
Oh.
It wasn't where I, made this happen on my own to where it ended up being just me. I really wanted to be... I was happy with the band. And we was having a good time, working together, singing all the songs we used to, we all grew up singing. And can you imagine? I mean, if we were all together right now, I don't know how it would be. But, I mean, some of them are still around. But just to know that you're in a local band
and you enjoying that. We had a good time. I mean, we stayed away from trouble. We was in a basement, someone's home, you know. The Jessup family, I got to say their name, throw it out there. The Jessup family in South Philly, I mean, they allowed us in our home, in their home, in their basement, and we partied and we jammed. But imagine being 14 and you going into clubs. You know, but nobody knew because it was my voice that just carried things over. It was me and another singer, Debbie. Her name was Debbie, and we just sang and we just sound grown up, so they couldn't tell I was 14.
Now, when you were 14 years old, were you kind of aware of like the power of your voice? Because even like in your first recordings, you don't sound your age. You sound.
I just know that. Well, let me put it this way: my dad, had a very heavy voice. You know, not like low, but loud.
Oh, okay.
So it ran in the King family. So regardless, I could say hello to my husband today, and it's like, could you cut it down a notch? I'm like, okay, you know. But it's just powerful. It's already there.
Right.
I never really paid that no attention. No, I didn't know. I thought I always tried to make it sexy and quiet. No, it didn't work.
Just roll with it.
There you go.
So now at the age of 16.
16. You mean got discovered?
Correct. Now, the story is interesting, and I don't know if I got it correctly.
Let's see. I want to hear what you got to say.
I had another fact that was completely off, but we can leave that out. Your sister and your mother were cleaning at Philadelphia International Records, and your sister got sick, and your mom
my sister was taken ill one night, so I filled in for her. My dad and my mom. My dad was maintenance at Sigma Sound
Studios in Philadelphia. Now, this is where I grew up also. This is my raised in Philly. I went to West Philly High, and I was still always singing. I sang in South Philly, with the local band, so I was still in the band. And I just went in with my mom to just clean up a little bit, and I got discovered while I was singing Change Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. Vacuum cleaning. I was vacuum cleaning in the hall.
And it
was a guy, T-Life, Theodore
right?
Life, who walked in, and usually no one's there. My mom always told me, no one's going to be here, just do what you do. And I was very proud to just do what I do and, just be happy to be there with her and helping out. And I'm just singing, and T-Life just said, one day I'm going to make you a star. I was like, yeah, right. Who are you? You're not supposed to be here. I had attitude. You can tell me nothing. Not forceful attitude, but I had an attitude because I was trying to do my job. I didn't want to mess up my work. I wanted to get paid.
Mom and Dad. It was fun. I could not believe someone's just going to walk up to you. It's like a Cinderella story. One day I'm going to make you a star. I'm singing A Change Gonna Come. I was born by the river, just.
Which is that's an interesting song to be singing at the moment when that kind of. Go ahead, let me stop you.
No, but that was it. I mean, it was just me. It was something I loved. I loved the songs. Sam Cooke, listening to him, he was one of my influences as well. Sam Cooke, Linda Jones, Chaka, Patty, all of those artists, you just keep a tone in your head.
Right.
So, and I kept his in there. And T-Life.
One day I'm going to make you a star. Okay.
Now,
go back to vacuuming,
Did you begin recording your album 2 weeks later?
No. It was like 2 months. 2 months later, I was sitting in the living room. He probably can remember exact date of that. T-Life would, so I'll give him to give you a call. No, but he can probably remember the exact date. But he would say, I need you to just I want to introduce you to the guys. And they have this song, which was Shame.
Right.
And it was John Fitch and Reuben Cross. So I'm standing there. I mean, I was as skinny as this straw here. And, really skinny. Right. Scared myself. I just stood there, and he just said, I want you to just sing this song because I think you can do it. And I was nervous a little bit, and my mom and dad had brought me there. And I was just started singing Shame. The writers, John Fitch and Reuben Cross are the writers, and T-Life also, and as well as producer. After that, at 16, it was number one all over the world. Boom.
Now,
burning, you keep my whole body yearning. You got me so confused.